Welcome back, guys. Welcome to our Tuesday pitching kind of like extension lesson. So last week was all about kind of introducing the concepts and the basics of each type of swing. We talked about our pitching swings. So we talked about, moving that ball closer to the middle of our stance. We talked about kind of like our waist high swing, where we start to get a little bit of our wrists involved. We're not completely Y swinging like we are with chipping or putting anymore. So what are some ways that, at home in your own backyard, you can practice the pitch shot and have it, become a reliable shot in your arsenal? A couple quick reminders. All right, the pitch shot is a shot that is going to fly into the air towards the target. Once it lands, it's not going to roll as far. So in your head, you guys probably already know what a pitch shot is, but somebody that may be a little bit newer to golf, newer to the sport, that means that the shot is going to have a higher altitude or trajectory to it. Because if you think about it, it makes sense. If the ball gets higher vertically, then when it comes down, it's less likely to carry momentum and to continue rolling. Whereas with like a chip shot, it's not getting as high vertically, so it still carries a lot of forward momentum with it. That's why when it lands, it releases, it rolls out. Okay, so we don't want a lot of roll here. Again, we're finding ourselves practicing not at a golf course. So we're not on course-like conditions. I'm gonna be practicing in, if this was on a golf course, this would be considered like deep rough. The grass is very long, it's like a lawn. It's okay though, because what we're gonna be practicing today is our landing area. All right, now, if you guys will notice, what we have set up is basically our setup from yesterday, right? It's those 3 pool noodles that we had stacked in lines to create zones. Well, today we have a target. It's a triangle of pool noodles. And I think that the goal is, and guys, you can use anything for your target. You can use, we got some hula hoops here. Use anything. If you want to shoot for something a little smaller, a little harder to hit, hula hoop is a great target. I've used water bottles in the past. Just stick a water bottle out in my yard and hit shots. Try to ping it off of the water bottle. The pitch techniques that we talked about. So when we get set up for a pitch shot, we want to make sure that that ball is positioned in between our feet, middle of our stance, because remember, we want to use the loft of our golf club. So we don't want a big old forward press. We don't want the angle like we had in our BLT. We want a shaft that is straight up and down almost. And what we're gonna do is take our club back to here and through to there. We're gonna mirror on both sides of the golf ball. So let's see how we do here. Pretty good, a little long. Easiest way, guys, to change the distance that you hit these shots. Shorten your backswing, shorten your follow through. We don't have to make it rocket science and figure out how to apply less power. Just shorten that swing up, keep everything else consistent. I still went a little long. It's okay, it's about learning, it's about practice. If I hit them all in there every time, I wouldn't need to practice, would I? So, last one. At least I hit the target. The reason why I think a lot of people can struggle with this shot is because it's a lot more complicated than the chip swing. All right, there's more moving parts. Our wrists start to get involved. The club head might get delivered to the ball a little inconsistently. So if you're struggling with these shots and you're hitting a lot of shots that look kind of like this, I'm gonna toss the ball so they can see. So if you're hitting a lot of shots that look like this, that just kind of start off really low, rolling a lot, odds are what's happening is that you're hitting a thin shot. Now, a thin shot is really easy to do. A lot of people struggle with it because they don't fully commit to the swing. A thin shot is caused by our club hitting the ball just like this. If you guys want to know the super technical terms, this is called the leading edge of the golf club. It's the first edge that would strike the golf ball. If we get the leading edge at the golf ball's equator, that golf ball is going to shoot really low. Not good, especially for this shot because we're going to be around a green. So if there's water or a bunker beyond the green, thin shots can cause a lot of problems for us. So our goal for the pitch shot is to get our leading edge underneath the golf ball. So I'm going to have my videographer pan down on that golf ball. So if you guys can't see, this golf ball is sitting down in the grass. So for me to get this leading edge underneath the golf ball, my swing has to go pretty far down into the grass. And we say a lot in our lessons, brush the grass, right? Well, if I don't get the club all the way underneath the golf ball like this, there's no chance it's going to get up in the air. It's very easy to hit this shot like this and not like this. So when you guys are working on these, make sure that the bottom edge of your golf club, this part, the leading edge, is getting underneath the ball. Now, real quickly while I got you here, there is another thing that can happen. We can hit the shots fat, which means that our leading edge in our golf club, if the balls here are coming down too early and they're catching the ground and grass right here. And what that leads to is a lot of shots that look like this, where the golf ball doesn't go anywhere. The grass that this ball is currently sitting in is going to grab my club pretty harshly. It's going to slow down a lot of the impact and a lot of the momentum that I'm generating with my golf swing. So if I'm hitting shots like that, it's because my club is coming down too early behind the golf ball this direction. So there's a couple things to watch out for. So while you guys are practicing this today, what I want you to watch out for is thin versus fat shots, or is your contact good? Let's practice good contact today, because for this shot and for full swing shots, it is so important. All right, good job, guys. All right, guys, walking and talking and walking, here we go. One of the things that I wanted to mention with you guys today is it relates to how you practice. So yesterday we talked about gaining confidence and building confidence and why that's so important. What I want you guys to focus on today is how you're practicing, and let's talk about how we analyze how we practice. Okay, so with golf and with like pitching, for example, there are probably at least 6-7 different things going on with each individual shot that we could be doing good or we could be doing poorly. What I want you guys to do, we talked about contact today a lot. Talked about thin versus fat shots, the differences between them, how to fix if we're hitting shots fat or versus hitting shots thin, what we need to be doing, right? When you practice something new, it might be hard to get at first, but I guarantee you that if you think about it, there's gonna be 1 to 2 things that you are doing well on each attempt. And I think that it's really important that you think about what you're doing well and realize that, yeah, learning stuff is a process, right? You're not gonna instantly be perfect at it. When you're out there practicing, try not to be super critical of yourself, because I guarantee that with each swing, even if the end result isn't exactly what you want, I guarantee that with each swing, you're doing something positive and you're doing something correctly. And over time, the more times you attempt it, the more confidence you start to get, the more of those individual things you'll get correctly every time you pick up a club. So for me, let's just think about those pitch shots that we're doing over there. We have to grip the club, so we have to grip the club properly. We have to have the right grip strength. We don't want to be holding it too tightly. That's 2 things already, and we haven't even talked about the swing. We have to position the ball correctly in our stance. We have to have the angle of our shaft correct at impact and at the start of the swing. We have to limit our swing to about waist high. We have to use our wrists. We have to make good contact. So you guys can see there are just hundreds of variables of the golf swing. Try not to let bad results upset you. Instead, think about these individual components. Well, what went wrong with that last golf swing? What were some of the things that I did well that I don't have to change on the next attempt? When you start thinking about things that way, and that goes beyond golf, by the way, when you're learning something new in school, What are the things you understand? How can you relate something that you already know and you've already learned to the new thing that you're trying to learn, the new subject? If you start thinking about things like that, it'll make learning something new a lot less daunting of a task. So apply that to pitching, see how that goes. Get out there and do some practicing. I know it's a little chilly today, but like I said yesterday, bundle up, it should be no issue. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Workout Wednesday.